about magnets. Do you guys know anything about magnets?
My mom hangs things on the fridge with them.
Yeah. Anything else?
They can stick together.
That's true. Why do you think they stick together?
I don't know.
Do you know what magnets are made out of?
Nope.
No.
Well, these are a few things that we'll have to investigate. So, magnet is a material or an object that produces a magnetic field. So, I want you guys to take two magnets. We'll use this big one because this one is pretty
And then
strong.
we have some smaller ones, but we have a few things to cover. Should we eat the magnets?
No.
No, I know you guys are fifth graders, but it's important. What about, is there anything else we probably shouldn't do? What are some rules?
We probably shouldn't throw the magnets at our friends.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
That's pretty solid. We'll do that.
Okay. So, take this magnet and I want you to, and your other smaller one, and I want you to see what you can feel when you put them together.
Kind of explore that for a minute.
What do you think of that?
On one side of the magnet, it pulls it together, and then when I turn the magnet over, it feels like it's pushing it apart.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I don't know why that does that.
Maybe they're made of different sides. Things on
Yeah.
each side.
Materials.
You guys are kind of getting on the right page. So every magnet has a north and south pole. Have you ever heard of the term opposites attract? Yeah. Okay, so when they are being attracted to each other and wanting to connect, that means that they have opposite poles.
So it'd be the north and the south pole. They would
Together.
attract to each other.
If they repel from each other, that means that they are on the same pole. So it'd be a south and a south together, or a north and a north together. Does that make sense to you guys?
When I put the magnet to the magnet, if they're both south pole, it flips it over.
Yeah, and it wants to go to
It goes
the
to
opposite
the opposite
side. Exactly. And what's really interesting is with the magnet, if you pull them together, this is the magnetic field. You can't see it, but there's a lot of little things that are pulling it together. It's just invisible. So magnets can either attract or repel from each other. Magnets stick to ferromagnetic materials like metals or irons. Can you guys think of anything else that it would stick to?
Steel?
Yes, steel.
Shiny things.
Shiny things?
Okay. Well, why don't we make a little exploration? What I'm going to have you do is get some objects from around the room that you think would attract to a magnet. And then we're going to make a T-chart and we'll put down 3 objects that are magnetic and 3 that aren't. And we'll see what we discuss.
So take out your science notebooks. Create the T-chart.
Okay, so I discovered that coins are not magnetic. They don't stick to them.
Yeah.
And I also discovered that keys are not magnetic, but the ring around the keys is.
Interesting.
That's, yeah.
I discovered that paper clips are magnetic and that thumbtacks are magnetic and that this one actually can hold things through my hand.
Oh, wow.
It's magnetic through my hand. I thought that was really cool.
So why do you think that you can do that with this big magnet, but this small one you wouldn't be able to hold anything underneath?
Maybe they're made out of different materials.
Yeah.
Or maybe because it's bigger, it's like a stronger.
That's
It's
exactly
stronger?
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it just depends. It can even be really small like this. It just depends on what the strength is of the magnet. So it doesn't matter the size. You can see a small little thing holding up like a 10-pound weight. It just depends on the magnet, how strong it is.
Yep.
Okay, now we're switching from student to teachers. Okay, so yesterday we had you guys explore a little bit and do some research on magnetics and what they're made of, what they do, and kind of what they are. Can you guys tell me a little bit about what you discovered today during this activity that you didn't discover yesterday when you were doing your research?
Alexis?
The magnets, they have poles, north and south poles.
Good. Can you think of anything else that you discovered?
Well, I just really liked how it would pick up stuff through my hand. I thought that was really
That is pretty cool, isn't it? And why did we just decide that works?
just because it's so strong.
The strength.
So I guess I learned that there's iron in your blood.
There
Cool.
is iron in your blood. Is that why the magnet sticks, when you put the magnet above your hand, why it helps catch stuff up? Is because there's iron in your blood?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? We'll have to research that.
What do all magnets have in common?
North and south poles.
The poles.
Does every magnet that you've tried out today have a north and a south pole? Have you tested all the magnets that you tried?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
And this one actually, there's like a little round one, and it'll actually run away from it if you do it on the wrong pole. So it's kind of interesting.
Oh, that is cool.
Good. So earlier we had you guys discover WebQuest, and you guys kind of explored it and stuff. Will you guys explain a little bit what you learned? I heard you guys talking about it earlier, about what you learned on it or what you saw in it.
Some of them were videos about the magnets, so that was really cool. And then we also learned that some things can become magnetized. It just depends on the alignment of their fields. So something with our lesson that we would do like in an actual classroom, it's kind of hard to do right here, but we would extend it with, we found 2 WebQuests that are really great, and then a lot of online resources like, what is one of them? Sorry. The internetforclassrooms.com has a whole list of science for elementary, that's about magnets that have websites. So that was one I would use in a classroom because it teaches you, it has videos, quizzes, all sorts of stuff that was really nice to use and allows them to explore and discover on their own. So it's more about them being invested in their learning. So we like that a lot.
Okay guys, so tonight what I want you to do to finish up our lesson is I want you to go home and I want you to find a couple objects at your house that you didn't know were magnetic until today. And I want you to bring them back tomorrow, and for our bell assignment in the morning, we're going to group up with partners and we're going to talk about those items that you found.
And that's it.
Yep. And we too also had an activity that would be really great and supplemental for this lesson of having wax paper over magnets and form iron particles so they could see the magnetic field and how the iron moves around and things like that. So that was something we would want to do too if we were in a classroom.
And also we would take like different materials like paper or cloth or something and see if the magnets can stick together.
Or how many sheets of cloth they would take before the magnets would no longer stick.
And we would actually literally have them go around the classroom and find different objects and write them down. In our presentation, they didn't do that. Yeah. So.
Congratulations.